Alright, I believe this is my last time up here. I just recently remembered that, thinking about it, I had a really interesting childhood. It being that at 13, 14, and then 15, I had 3 really messed up animes I had watched. At 15, I should have known better because this guy like Higurashi. I got introduced to Witchblade, if any of you have seen it. That, it's good. It's, the story, the premise is good. It's just full of fan service and I don't even remember what. I think I blocked off half of it. I'm probably gonna go home and watch it again. Just to see what else really scarred me, but wow, it really explains a lot.
Read the comic.
Oh dear.
Not manga, comic. It's good.
This didn't really scar me for life, but it weirded me out. I don't know if any of you who have watched Police Twins.
Yes.
But the most perverted character looks the youngest.
Ichigo.
You know, I gotta stop prefacing these things with like little bits of myself, or else you all know about me by the end of this thing. But I'm a martial artist. A lot of my friends know I'm a martial artist, and they know I've never watched a martial art anime ever. Yeah, you can kind of see where this is going. So about 3 of my friends finally convinced me, out of my own, finally saying, all right, shut up. I'll go watch this. The anime is called KenIchi, the Mightiest Disciple. I am scared to death of Apachai. And the worst part is the art that I'm studying is Kempo Karate. I can't look at my sensei the same way.
Okay, so you know when you're like little and you want to just be like your older brother and stuff? Well, my older brother, which was just up here, his best friend is who I wanted to be like. And he came over one day and left this anime in my brother's room. And I didn't think about it, you know, I'm probably 10 and they're 16 or 17, okay? But I went in and grabbed it, and oh God, it scarred me so bad. It's called Deers. I don't know how to describe it more than that, but as a 10-year-old, you're just like, oh God, oh God.
Hey, I don't want to scare anybody away from this anime because it's a good anime, just not at my age. And it wasn't even really me who got scarred. So I've been growing up watching anime, and it was all the classic like little kid animes, like Dragon Ball Z was the, that was my life. I watched it all the time. And finally, when I reached like 12 years old, I'm thinking, okay, it's time to introduce my little sister into the world of anime. She's 8. At the time, she's 8. And so instead of, showing her Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff, I'm like, I'm going to be the cool big sister, go online, and we're going to find an anime to watch. So I get online, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm 12. I'm not reading the synopsis. I'm like going through the pictures, like which one looks the coolest. So I find this one picture, and it's a really pretty anime picture. The girl's standing there, she's got her dress on. I'm like, oh, this one. I'd never seen it before. First time my sister's ever watched an anime show, ever. So I pull it up, and we watched we finished the whole series, but the first episode, I felt so bad. Because I looked at my sister, and she's just staring at the screen like, what is he doing? What is he doing? I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a pretty popular one. It's called Chobits. On, but I knew a little more than she did, and she's just asking the whole time for sure. What is he doing? What is he doing? What's happening? Why isn't she wearing any clothes? I don't know. Right?
You did your little sister a service. Persicons are the future. Right. I can tell now by the stories we've had up here so far that every single person in this room has had the experience of watching an anime, and having the feeling of, damn you, why did you make me feel that way? All right, so there was an anime that was fairly recent that was the prequel of a manga called Ga-Rei Zero. I don't know if anybody here's seen it, but so I will give a minor spoiler just because it's done by the end of the first episode anyway, so it's not a big deal. But the production value of the show is incredible. The animation is excellent. Everything is beautiful. Sound is beautiful. The voice acting is great. The writing is really good. We're shown right off the bat, basically, this team of demon hunters in like modern suburban Japan. And they've got all these cool fantasy weapons. Like you've got, these one dude with pistols that's got like holy runes on the bullets that shoot these demons. And you've got this one girl with a motorcycle where she's got holy runes on the wheels and she uses that to like slash demons apart. And it's really cool. So we get this great team exposed to the audience, including this one cute girl in a van who's doing like the coordination of the team and talking to everybody. Go to Sector 0, deal with this Type B, that kind of thing. The entire team dies at the end of the first episode. And then we're introduced to the actual two girls who are going to be like the main cast, and it's a pseudo Yuri romance thing. But it's the part where it comes in. The damn you for making me feel that way is at the end where one of them gets possessed by a horrible demon, and one has to kill the other because there's no way to redeem this person. And I felt sick. Like I ended up talking to my friends and my online blog and everything, going, I need to stop watching anime that makes me feel weak. Afterwards, I need to stop watching anime that makes me feel like, oh, the world is a bad place.
It is.
Alright, so recently I just barely watched a new series, and contrary to the name, it is not a very happy series at all. So I'm looking through animes and I go, like, you know what, this one looks kind of fun, bubbly, I'm feeling in a bad mood, so I want to watch it. I don't know the full name, but the first word is Rainbow. Anybody ever seen it?
Say again?
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Rainbow, right?
It's called Rainbow, but let's see what it's about. It's about this group of boys, right after Japan loses the war, in World War II, they get sent to a reformatory for doing bad stuff, like beating people up to near death and things like that. And so they get sent to this reformatory and they're being reformed. They got a crazy, perverted doctor who is sticking orifices in wrong places, and they got a prison guard, or their guard, who beats them up. And I don't know, that has nothing to do with rainbows.
Rainbow.
I think next year they should have a panel for parents who put up with crazy children who watch scarring animes. And they try to pass on these scarring animes to younger siblings. I was probably, I'm trying to think, I think I was 8 years old when Spirited Away came out. Love the movie, adore it. But when you have 2-year-old sisters, having scary black men eating people on the screen is not something you want to be watching. And what's worse is I keep liking these movies, so I get my mom to buy Hellsburn Castle. I don't even let my siblings watch it. My parents are like, this is gonna scar them. I come out and I'm bawling. I bawl for 3 hours, and my parents are like, what did you watch? I still don't know what the movie's about because they're too scared to see what it's about.
Alright, I'll just go ahead and start out with the name of the anime this time. Anyone seen one called Strait? Alright. Yeah, I was a bit, it's kind of opened up my world. I was used to animes all with happy endings, and that's what I was just used to. I'm just like, everything turns out all right, and things are going good. This one called Strait. It's a world where humans have discovered magic, but to use it, they have to wear these suits to have a certain number of charges in them, kind of. But if these suits break, they just kind of burst out and turn these terrifying monsters that say just demented things. One of them was just saying are you happy? Are you happy all the time? And then rips people to shreds. Creepy stuff. And you get to the end, and there's one of the protagonists who has, I think it was a sister or girlfriend, I forget which, honestly. Girlfriend. His girlfriend dies in an explosion, and just this guy who I really liked throughout the whole anime, he just, oh, was it? Okay. So this guy who I just liked through the whole anime, he just goes in a fight with one of the other protagonists. I'm really fuzzy on this, but he just ends up turning into these monsters and he has to be destroyed, and then it just kind of ends. I'm like, so what happens? Does he come back to life? Does something else happen? I mean, I was gonna go like, no, that's the end of it. I'm like, well, that sucks. I'm gonna go cry now.
Makes you
Hate
cry.
you all.
The anime we're going to talk about is an anime. It's a really nice anime. I love this anime actually. It's really spiritual, really light, happy ending. It's called Mushishi. Okay, so I have this really weird phobia about bugs and little things getting into my ears. And there's an episode in this anime where it's like these little spirit bugs, like they fly around and they zoom into your ear and they like make so that you get sick or something like that. And can't hear me?
No, that's what it does. It keeps you from hearing.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, it stops me from hearing. And so my boyfriend walks in the room and I'm just going like this the whole time. As I'm watching the screen, I'm just like horrified. And like when the anime, like when the episode ends, I'm just like, great. Now I have to worry about like spiritual bugs in my ears too.
Just watch Star Trek 2. You'll feel better.
I hear a lot of mention of fan service shows that are scarring people, and most of them have substance. Not a lot, but they try. But because I want to scar as many people as I can, it's short enough. I can. It's unrealistically just. I don't know how to describe it.
Just trust him on that one.
So my brother introduced me to this anime when I was about 16 at about 3 a.m. in the morning. First off, fantastic anime, but it's kind of a horror film. At the beginning, you're just like, oh, this is so nice, they're friends. After, I won't spoil it, but it's in like 3-part series. You'll have like 3 episodes of it, they're in this one dimension, this happens, and then basically the whole island resets and a whole different scenario plays out. But each one is worse than the last one, how horrifying or like saddening it truly is. And in English it's called When They Cry.
Oh,
Higurashi. Watched at 3 a.m., you will be horrified.
Oh, yes.
watched all of it, regulars.
Horrifying though, right?
Put the lights off, right?
Oh, of course.
This one isn't really an anime, it's a more mix-up of an anime and a game. And because I got started into Gentalia, and I watched all the shows and all the read all the comics and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, crap, I got enough things to do. And people start talking about Head to Oni. So I got on YouTube, and I watched it all the way as far as they have it now, and I was just crying every freaking part of this thing. It's just horrible and wrong, and I don't like it. It's sad.
Let me just say, golden boy, and I have never looked at a toilet the same way ever again.
Since we don't have a lot of time, I'll make it quick. One particular scene from Knights of Ramune, a holy ceremony that turns into a rape scene in front of a little girl of about 10.
Oh yeah.
Implied rape. Basically, she like gets on top of her and starts massaging her boob.
So, I hope you guys have a full list of anime to go home and watch or not to watch, depending on your preference. And thank you for another great year of anime that scarred me for life.